So, yes, anyways, I've been reading this book, and I've really been interested in hypnobirthing because I feel like here in America, the way that we think of the process of birth is like, oh, you're pregnant, it's a wonderful thing, go through it and, be healthy, and then we all expect the big day, labor, and we're just frightened and we don't really know anything. And I feel like in America we've kind of leaned more towards how do you say this, medical ways to deal with pregnancy, seeing it as an illness instead of something that is a natural occurrence that a lot of women go through, that it should be a natural process and we are completely capable of doing it naturally. How were people back in the olden days? How would they just, give birth and, with a freaking rag in the barn? It's just interesting to think about. And I found it interesting, the hypnobirthing, because the way that they, approach it is it's not, a painful thing. It's just a natural thing. Because when you're going through labor, they say you get tense and you just are clenched and you just, oh, it's painful. But they say that you should more relax and let your body work, because the uterus is a muscle. And if you're clenching and holding your baby inside, how is your muscles gonna work to push the baby or expel the baby out? If that sounds weird, I'm sorry. But if that kind of makes sense. And it does kind of make sense. And I know, labor is an intense part of the pregnancy. Birth is an intense, of course you're bringing life into the world. It's a miracle that we're even, able to do it. I can't even get over it. It's just wow. But, so I've just been reading up on that and just learning about it. I just think it's really interesting and a very, interesting approach, as a coping mechanism for maybe how they say pain, which they say not to use the word. They say that you should use the word discomfort. And it's good to have support with you, your partner or another woman, to help you through it, because it's more likely that you would, do whatever the doctor's saying when you don't have the support, or someone who's gone, who's experienced in labor, another woman who's given birth or whatever. So I just thought that was pretty interesting. Researching it, and I just think it's pretty cool, and I've looked, even if you look on YouTube and you can just type in hypno birthing and hypno births and all that, and you should look at the women who use these techniques during their labor. And they look so relaxed. They just they're sleeping almost. And for me at this point, I'm still, brainwashed by everyone else telling me that I can't do it, that I shouldn't believe in my body, that I'm going to need, medical interventions or whatever. And, I don't know until the big day. I really don't. You don't know anything. I really don't know, because I haven't experienced it. But that's why it's hard for me to even picture even having a natural birth, or I don't know, just, it's hard to picture when everyone's telling you can't. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. And I'm not saying that those people are bad for thinking that or anything like that. It's just that it's kind of hard to hear everyone telling you can't. When you want to wait, just let me do me, So, I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna read the book. I'm gonna read this book and see how it goes. It's pretty interesting. It's a good book. And if you're pregnant or whatever, it's good to research pregnancy and newborn stuff. Obviously you want to know how to take care of your newborn, but when you're pregnant you should if you have questions or anything, just research it. And there's so much to learn. And I feel people don't really know what they're getting into, and it's so much easier and like more comforting if you know what's going on. Like if you know the process of labor, like the stages that you go through and like what's supposed to happen and what it feels like if you look at, you know, other people's experiences or whatever. It's just really interesting to, sorry, I'm out of breath. Another pregnancy symptom, always out of breath. But it's really interesting to, you know, and it's good, like, you should know what's going on with your body. Like, you don't want to be going, that's like, for first-time mothers, they always go to the hospital too early all the time. They just keep going because they don't know what's going on. And I feel like it's, you know, if I was in my early stages of labor, I would want to, you know, stay home and just be comfortable and, you know, not be surrounded by doctors, because of course, you know, like, you never know what's going to happen, because they say that for C-sections and all that, when you're going to the hospital, you get scared, you know what I mean? You're scared. It's a scary place. Hospitals are, to me, I don't like to be poked and prodded with a bunch of needles with a bunch of random people I don't know, nice or not. Like, it's scary. Like, being at the hospital is a scary place. There's so many sicknesses there and everything. And I don't know, they just say if you don't go to the hospital, you're a bad mother. If you don't listen to what the doctors say, you're a bad mother. But it's your baby and your body, and you're paying for the services to go to the hospital. You know, you should at least have a say in what's going to happen. So, I don't know. But that's just my opinion. You know, these are all opinions and whatever, but it's good to educate yourself. If you're pregnant, it's good to know. Okay, so I'm sorry if this is getting too long, but yeah, that's just my opinion, and educate yourself, and I can't think of any other symptoms. Honestly, for me, this pregnancy is really not that bad. I have noticed I have been getting like a few hot flashes lately, which is weird because it is winter. Sometimes I'll get like a hot flash and I just feel like, if you've ever fainted or you've felt like you're gonna faint, it kind of feels like that. You just feel like absolute crap, and it just gets too hot and you start sweating, and it's just like, whoa, where am I? You know what I mean? It's just like, it's too hot, I need to like lay down, and it's just like, oh, it's not comfortable. But I have experienced that, but I can't think of anything else. So I guess this would be a good time to show you my belly. Okay guys, so this is my belly. This is with the shirt on. I don't know if you can kind of see. So yeah. And this is with the shirt off. So yep, I'm starting to get my line, whatever it's called, I don't know, but line is starting to show. So yep, this is me at 26 weeks. Definitely seeing the bump now. I remember at 14 weeks it was like, but this is if I suck in. You can tell I'm even getting a cramp right here. You can tell, you know. But yeah, that was one of my symptoms also. Like if I, like how I said, if I hunch before, like if I hunch for a long time, or when I lay on my side sometimes, like the weight of my baby and my uterus, like it makes whatever, like, things in there, I don't know, like my muscles or whatever, it makes them go to sleep. And you know how it's kind of an uncomfortable feeling for like your muscles to be asleep, and you have to like shake it, and you're like, oh, come on, wake up, and it tingles, and it's just not comfortable. Well, yeah, that's happening, you know, like a band across my stomach. It's interesting, but because I've never felt cramps, like, not cramps, but I've never felt my stomach fall asleep like that before, so it is quite interesting. But so far no stretch marks or anything. I've been putting on lotion on my belly, even though I know I've heard it doesn't really do anything. I've been drinking water, I've been exercising, I've been trying to eat healthy, more salads. And, yeah, so any questions, just ask me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like following me on my journey. I hope you find it interesting. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye!